Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Resident Evil Director's Cut. So, last time we came to the guardhouse. That's the name of this place, right? I think it is. And we explored around a little bit, went down into the basement, found out that was not the place to go, seeing as we got bit by a shark and didn't die, or have giant parts of our flesh missing, which was nice. And then we explored around the place a little bit more, came up with this C-room key, which is exactly what we needed to be downstairs. I have a text message, not important right now. And now we need to go into Dormitory 1, which is right across the hallway, and pick up something before we head down in the basement. So that's what's going to happen there. By the way, how in God's name is Portland going to lose to the Lakers? The Lakers! They're like the worst team in the entire conference. Like, what in God's name were they thinking? Ugh. And this is exactly why they're not an elite team, I tell you. I tell you right now. They're just not. You don't lose to the worst team in the conference in your own home court, nonetheless, by the way, and expect to be considered to be an elite team. You just, the better team, like, they're just the weirdest team in the world, Portland is. They will beat all the elite teams like San Antonio and Oklahoma City and Indiana, and, you know, all those, and the Rockets and all those other guys and whatever, the Clippers. And then they go and they lose a game like that to the Lakers. And they weren't even like, it's not even like a game where they were winning the whole time and then the Lakers just made like a big comeback. They were losing the whole game with the exception of like 20 seconds. It's just fucking bullshit. Oh well. I'm not going to sit here and stew over it because we're going to take out our frustration on some dead stuff. Alright, let's head on down in here. Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Down in this whole place again. You know, something that really bothers me about this area, and like, I don't know if I feel like I'm just thinking about this now for the first time, but it's like this area right here tries to do this whole thing with making this area seem like really mysterious or whatever, but they just totally fail on it because the little totally does not bring up a sense of mystery at all in my brain. See what I'm saying? Like, do you get that feeling? Because I don't get that feeling. And I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because obviously, you know, it was a while back, and there's definitely some other faux pas in this series as far as things go, but normally Resident Evil games are really good about creating the proper environment for this type of stuff, but in this one, I'm just going to go right ahead and say that they may have dropped the ball on that particular area. The rest of it's fine. It's just a little bit weird. We need to get in here right now. God, I saw another shark there, which means that big-ass dude was right there. We can get rid of it right now, yay! You know, I actually wish I wouldn't have grabbed that herb now that I think about it, because we could have just taken... Oh, nope, I take that back. Never mind. Everything that I was about to say has no purpose for being said at this point in time, because of what we're about to do. Let's go right ahead here and pull the old lever 2000, and things are going to be great, grand, wonderful, no yelling on the bus. Yes, drain that water out of there. Dun, dun, dun. By the way, did you guys, and I don't know how many people heard about this or not, but apparently Microsoft is releasing their answer to, you know, Siri for the iPhone, and it's way cooler. Like, the whole, like, voice recognition thing, like, you know, the whole Siri thing, Microsoft's version of that is called Cortana. Yeah, the same fucking Cortana from Halo. My brain exploded. By the way, stockpile of ammo, so awesome. We're gonna need every bit of this, because after this point right here, at least it seems like that to me, is that ammo is gonna become a lot more scarce from this point forward, so it's a good thing that we're stocking up right now, because not only are we going to need it going forward, but we're going to need it in the very immediate future, not the immediate future. Oh, I can't talk at all today. I feel like that. I feel like I've been very, very out of sorts today. Mainly it's just because today's been weird in general. Well, let's pick up this key here. This is the other piece of the puzzle that we need. Dormitory 3 key. That's the last one that we need. I mean, don't you just wish that you could take all of this extra ammo and just put it inside of our nice video game logic-sized pocket? Unfortunately, Plot Shield says no, we cannot do that. Go figure, by the way. You finally get in the one room that has all this stuff in it, and you can only take 2 clips of handgun ammo and 2 boxes of shotgun shells because, hey, it would just be unfair otherwise. Now let's go in here. I could swear there was something in here. I know there was nothing in here in Jill's scenario, that's for sure, but just because there was nothing in here in Jill's scenario makes me think there's something in here for his. Aha! I was right! Aha! This is good. Small key. Well, now what the fuck could that be to? What would that be to? Maybe nothing, actually. Now, what could this be? It looks like a plant root. Isn't there something we're supposed to do with a plant root? Specifically that plant root? Well, I think that we might be finding out something about that now in just a couple of minutes or so. The small key thing is kind of getting on me. Ah! God! Fuck! I knew I could hear him, like, thrashing around out there. I did not realize he was right there. Ugh, man. That's like the best scare I've had so far in this game on something that was completely not even needed at all. But this small key thing, I don't think there's anywhere else to use it in here, but I feel like they wouldn't just give it to you just to give it to you. Because there's definitely, I don't think we have any small keys left in the storage box. Which, yeah, so we're gonna go drop that off, because I think we need to do that anyways. And we definitely never got back in the mansion, we never actually got the, whatever was in the first little locked drawer in the house that we saw, because I used it on something else. So I think we're gonna save it for that. I think. Yeah, we'll do that. Not to mention we had to go back here anyways, so it was actually good timing. This is good. This is good. But yeah, dude, Cortana, Microsoft's version of Siri. How awesome is that? Now that I don't know if it actually, I didn't read the entire article, but I really, really hope that it has the actual like voice, like the voice actor that was used for Cortana, because that would make it 100% better than just using like the namesake for it. They're gonna gain so many customers out of that just for the sole purpose of that. I mean, it's not like Halo doesn't have a monstrous following or anything. So yeah, super cool. If I didn't just get this iPhone like a couple months ago, I would have totally gone out to get a Windows phone. Yeah, I need to not move that statue. If I move that statue, we're gonna have a nice tentacle rape-sized problem on our hands. And you know, I like my butthole being fully intact without complete ruination of it. Just throwing that out there for people to know. But yeah, dude, that's big news for the day, right there. Okay, now let's go check out the only other dorm that we have not gone in yet. This key is useless now. Discard it. You know what I was just thinking? Like, as soon as I unlocked that door, because I knew it was the only place we could do this. Think about how many keys and things we've been discarding over the course of this. Like, if there was somebody that was following us, like, keeping track of where we're going, we're obviously not doing ourselves a service here. Like, every time we get done using a key that we're not needing anymore, we're throwing it away. So, we're just, like, throwing it on the ground. So, like, theoretically, obviously we're not, because we can't pick them back up after that, but we're like, oh, this key doesn't go to anything anymore. I'm just gonna throw it on the ground, because, you know, I can't possibly imagine that there's somebody that's keeping tabs on what I'm doing. That would just be completely weird, so I'm just gonna not deal with it. Dun dun dun! Now, in Jill's scenario, this little handgun clip that we just found here would have totally been flame rounds, so obviously they're really giving us the short end of the stick here. Dust collects inside. The bath towel is dirty. Well, that's oddly descriptive for no reason. What about here? Anything in here? Nothing major about this washstand. Oh, they better have something good about this toilet. Nothing special. Really? So you have to have these really obscurely descriptive things about the wash stand. Not the sink, but the wash stand. The tub, but nothing cool about the toilet. That's where, like, all the fun stuff happens. All the big poop. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go check this out here. So, wait, is there anything here? Oh, so that's what that... Okay, that's what that's for. I could have sworn, though, that one of these desks has a little drawer full of ink ribbons, and I don't want to waste it on that. But I could be wrong completely. A row of red books. There's one white book. Will you take it? Sure, why not? Vagina Jolt report. Yes, I love to call it Vagina Jolt, just because that's what I do. As I stated in the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plant infected by the tyrant virus. Dun dun dun, i.e. the shit downstairs. We have found another interesting fact through some experiments. And just because I hate saying things by letter down there, I'm just going to refer to it as umbrella, just because it rolls off the tongue easier. We found an element that destroys these plant cells rapidly in umbrella number 16, one of the series of umbrella chemicals that we used for that experiment. We named this umbrella number 16 as Vagina Jolt. In our calculation, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy plant 42 if we put the V-Jolt directly on the root. Dun dun dun, which is exactly why they have that down there. You need to mix some of the Umbrella Series chemicals in a specific order to create V-Jolt. But the Umbrella Series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Following are the types of Umbrella Series chemicals and their brief characteristics. Now keep this in mind right here. This is extremely important because this is how we obviously make the whole thing. And yeah, so just keep that whole thing in mind there. There's a very certain series in how it should be done. Now a book is missing. I wonder what would fill the void. Maybe this red blank book that looks like all the rest of them? Yes. I mean, I don't really know exactly how that works. Like, what is it about that red book, if you put it in there, that makes that entire bookcase just all of a sudden sprout down like some Healy wheels and just like whoop, on its own? Yeah, you shake your head and tap your shotgun on yourself like that because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Now that door, we're not going in there yet because obviously we have a little something to do first. And I will tell you what that something is very quickly. So this room right across the hallway here, this is where we need to go because that is where the chemicals will be made. But the door is locked and it's one of these. Now, I don't want to be the guy that spoils the whole thing here by just being like, oh, I know the password. I already did that in the Jill one just because I remember it. And because, actually, I don't remember the password here. But I do remember how to get it, because I totally botched it before when I had the opportunity to go check into that. So, this, my friends, is how we go find that password. I mean, you could definitely, if you want to be the bold guy, you can definitely just kind of mess around with the buttons, figure out the pattern, and you're home free, like a barrel of sausage inside of a burrito on the backside of the moon. But that's just not what we're talking about here. So this is how you figure the whole thing out. You gotta find that pool table around here, wherever the fuck that thing went off to. Where did that pool table go? Ah. So these pool cues are this way for a specific reason. They represent time on a clock. Now I'm trying to remember which way. I'm thinking that looks very much like 2:15 to me. It's either 2:15 or it's gonna be fucking like 8:45. So I guess it's one of the two of those, just from the way I was looking. If you look at it like a clock or like a rock, whichever one you want it to be. Now let's go put that to the test. Was I correct or was I wrong? Because if I was either one of those things, I'm gonna feel like quite the moron. But I'm pretty sure I was right. So here we go. I mean, let's be honest, how often am I actually wrong in these things? My Sharona. Okay, there's a panel with the number keys, blubbity blubbity blah. You better bet yourself I will do it. So 2, 1. Husha! How about that? I was correct! Okay, now let's head on in. Now here's the thing about this, my friends. We're not going to have enough time this evening to construct the old Vagina Jolt potion, but when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Resident Evil Director's Cut, we are going to make that special love potion number 16. Not number 9, because, well, that'd be wrong. But we're going to come back and do that, and then we're going to go put it to use, because there is something very important it needs to be used for before we can progress any further. So until then, this is your host AMF1534 saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.